I am Akhil. Currently, I'm pursuing Masters of Information Systems in the University of Southern Queensland, which is in Toowoomba. Currently, I'm discussing about my assignment work, assignment 2 of the business analysis, professional skills of business analysis. And this is my ID. Uh, this is my student ID 660061108833, and it's assignment 245302 is the subject word. And in this assignment, I am gonna discuss about the table of contents, which I describe about the work breakdown structure and the challenges facing the current system and to be processed and the screen design acceptance criteria, references, and as the task which is mentioned in the and also many tasks which is mentioned in the assignment schedule, assignment work. Here the task 2.1 is consisting of work breakdown structure, and this is the detailed breakdown of the components and activities of the project will be undertaken in the project. And here first thing is the problem definition, identification, and explanation. And second thing is project planning, which make a detailed work about the schedule of project, and also have gonna explain about the designs. Sorry, I gonna explain about the design design of a working plan for the project. And the third thing is the task analysis for the project, planning a meet up with the lead in order to get more details, and scheduling a uh, meet up with a medical national insurance company. And fourth thing, the project design and functioning. With the help of the dedicated work team, design a database and design a screen layout of the interface, and design the overall architecture of the system. And fifth thing, develop the system, and we need to accept the test with the users and installation of the system, and after all the checks and balances is the qualified version to the users. And next thing in task, another task here you can see the very good, I mean BMS software to the medical healthcare system. Here I have mentioned the doctors, telehealth system specialist as the incurrence. And here you can see whenever the patient which is identified, then if we qualify the patient, they will go to the, I mean they will be and check patients as an appointment details. And later if the current patient is not qualified, then he will not getting any specialist I mean consultant. And later after finishing this, and he identify patient, identify the available specialist, and they're gonna transfer their patients to the next uh, they're gonna transfer to the specialist, and they will get alert and updates. And after updating PMS, the patient when they can claim the payment, and the process will be finished. And here you can see. And next thing, the challenges which is facing the current system. One of the main challenges of the system is lack of automation. This is one of the main drawback. The search of the specialist doctors was done manually. In case there was any patient who need attendance, they had to go to look after the corresponding specialist in the database, and on took time because the doctor had a another patient during the time when he is not on the time. And there was a poor time management on the sites, the clients as well as the doctors, and lack of priority. The current system could not prioritize the patients who needed urgent appointments. There was also a poor allocation of the parents to the doctors, and sometimes there was a case of misdiagnosis in the telehealth system due to lack of some future videos, live video conference. Doctor could not give an accurate diagnosis. And next to that, to be system, with the new system to be enrolled, its development and the implementation aims at the improving service provision in the current telehealth system. It aims automation of services, and this means that there will be an updated database of available specialist doctors, identification qualified patients proper on the time of the appointment, and bonuses to be paid with the families as well as patients will be done promptly. And following some of the these are few of the benefits which I have described in this assignment. To the system will eliminate instant of the double looking of the patients or to the specific doctors, and this will be reduce the case of delay in the treatment of the patients. And after successful consultation, the fees and the bonuses for the consultant calculated and awarded to the patients, and with the exact and also with the exact time and schedule between the doctors and patient, there is a reduced cases of the appointment cancellation. And more, the system can track of the doctor's performance, and this will keep in the check the quality of service delivery, and a welcome consultative video conference technology with the no downtime in the internet to facilitate the faster. And coming to screen designing, and I have just mentioned the assume screen designing here. I have mentioned the home search patient family doctor consultant, and here you can give the patient ID, first name, everything details about the patient, regarding age, nationality, email address. And here you can see the doctor's name and as well as their specialization, and and what time they will be availability or not. You can see over here, and they can book the status and payments or everything will be displayed on the then this is all described about that reception. And coming to here, another I have created another reception. The doctors can give extra information about, and here the doctors can give extra information of the patients. Here you can see the name of the patients, and what they are suffering for, and what time they have booked them, in what date they have booked. Due to this, the doctor easily can know the details of the patient. And coming to acceptance of criteria, the various interface of the system must meet basic requirements for various users of the system and the customers and any other stakeholders. And it is all about the new medical and also new medical system allows the patients to manage their own accounts, where their details are entered and the booking request of family doctors could be made. And these are the steps the patient has to input their details like name, contact information, as I discussed earlier. In case the patient already has existing account, they are allowed to log in into the using having username assigned to them, and the password expected to remain private and confidential. And the patients are also able to reply the messages in their inbox and approve the confirmation to the booking status, booking dates. And coming to, and this is one more diagram. And here, I mean, this image express about the project software application architecture, which will express a key structured way that all about the operations and techniques requirement of the system. And while at the same time the optimizing aspects such as manageability, security, and performance of the software. And you can see that diagram. And and here you can see the task. Under that task, here the vendor did contact details, which is project overview and company's name. When we can give any names and company information and background and business activity, objectives and schedule for the project, and basic requirement for the new section, mode of presentation, performance evaluation, communication procedures, and everything. And here, system installing methodology. Implementation of the method is a paramount stage in the final rollout of software development. It requires articulate and the precise knowledge in order to for the system to perform perfectly. And here you can see the waterfall method, and I have mentioned the differences between the waterfall as well as the agile techniques. And here you can see agile technique method, which involves a short rapid change and implementation of the system. And coming to waterfall, it involves long detailed planning of whole system, and the flexibility and the ability to change coding in the to the growing demands and the team functionality in the agile. And not flex it is not a flexible, it's a waterfall. And if need to be, a product can be developed at any stage and the result can be seen, and final product in coming to agile, time product is there at the end of the time and after the whole period. And I have listed few more differences in agile as well as waterfall. And there are some advantages of the agile method. Agile developed is a truly representative representation of the modern world. It is easily adaptable to the changing circumstances, and its methodology ensures a close daily cooperation between the developers as well as the client business. And coming to disadvantages of agile method, in this in large project, it is difficult to assess the effort required at the beginning, and sometimes there can be a difficulty if the client is no particular of what they want. and advantages of waterfall, which is very easy and very simple to understand by the developers, and the model is easy to manage as the process is finished on the time. And coming to disadvantages, and it is very difficult to back home and changing the system once have reached the testing, and waterfall can be carries a lot of risk and uncertainties, and here I have provided the recommendations, and later, and here I have provided the references. I just gone through all the references to complete the assignment to work. It's Alaman and the Balaji and Bohem. Every and these are the few references which are helped me to finish this assignment too. Lens, what more? This is the appendix. In this, I have mentioned the day and activities which is performed on that day, and have given an explanation on which date I have what date. I mean, in what date I awarded explanation about the regarding my project. This is my appendix report, and that's it, guys. Thank you.